Hello everyone. I've got a simple question for you. Why not you? Too many people wonder why me when they hit obstacles or even when opportunities come their way. They see success as something for other people, like there's some invisible wall stopping them. But I want to flip that script today. Why not you? Why can't you be the one to break through and do something amazing? The truth is, success doesn't play favorites. It doesn't care about your background or your past mistakes. Or even where you are right now, what really matters is the choices you make from here on out. Success is for those who are ready to step up, take responsibility, and chase it down. But a lot of people don't do that because they think success is meant for others, not for them. If you want to achieve more, the first thing you need to change is your mindset. Most folks spend more time stressing over their limitations instead of tapping into their potential. But let me tell you, your potential is huge. The only thing holding you back from your potential is your mindset. Instead of asking, why should I be the one? Start asking, why shouldn't I be the one? Why not me? Why can't I be the one who builds that business, gets that promotion, or climbs to the top? Why can't I inspire others, leave a legacy, and live a life I'm proud of? Change your questions, and you'll change your life. The next step is to take full responsibility for your success, and that's where most people trip up. It's easy to blame your circumstances. We often blame the economy or other people for not being where we want to be. But here's the deal. As long as you keep pointing fingers outside yourself, you're giving away your power to make a change. It's time to take control back. You're in the driver's seat of your life, and only you can steer it towards success. Sure, there will be bumps in the road and setbacks, but instead of asking, why does this always happen to me? Try asking, what can I learn from this to move forward? When you take responsibility for your situation, you can truly start to make progress. You're in charge of your own future. Now let's chat about discipline. Success isn't about nailing one big thing every now and then. It's about getting the little things right every single day. It's all about having the discipline to wake up early, hit the books, practice, and push yourself beyond your comfort zone. The real question is, are you ready to do what others won't, so you can have what others can't? That's what sets you apart. Every day, you've got a choice. Take the easy way, or go for the path that leads to greatness. If you pick discipline, you're on the right track. Today, tomorrow, and the day after, you're going to start seeing changes in your life that you never thought possible. Here's the thing, nobody is going to believe in you until you believe in yourself. Why not you? Too many people have been taught to doubt what they can do. But think about it, if others can find success, why can't you? If others can build wealth, gain influence, or live a fulfilling life, what's holding you back? Belief is super powerful. If you believe it's possible, you'll take action to make it happen. But if you don't, you won't. Stop getting in the way of your own success. Start believing that you've got what it takes. Believe you can make things happen and act like it's already coming your way. Finally, stick to the process. Nothing worthwhile happens overnight. You've got to be ready to go through the journey, and that's where most people quit. They want the rewards without putting in the work, the results without the grind. But remember, success isn't a final stop, it's a journey. If you commit to that journey, day by day, step by step, you'll find yourself getting there, achieving things you once thought were impossible. So, my final question is this: why not you? Why can't you be the one who rises above, reaches new heights, and lives a life full of meaning and purpose? The only thing standing in your way is you. The moment you decide that you are enough, that you have what it takes and that you can do it, you'll realize that success has been within your reach all along. Why not you? The answer is obvious. It can be you. The real question is, are you ready to go for it? Changing your mindset is one of the most powerful steps you can take for personal growth. Start with your mindset. The way you think influences every choice you make, every move you make, and the results you get in life. A lot of folks don't get that their thoughts are the building blocks of their reality. Your thoughts shape your beliefs guide your actions, and your actions bring about the results you see around you. So, if you're not satisfied with where you are or what you've accomplished, the first thing to do is look inside and examine your thinking. It's pretty common for people to don't get caught up in what's going on outside, like what others have or the chances they didn't get. The reality is that what happens outside usually mirrors what's going on in your head. If you keep telling yourself that success is unattainable, that you're not good enough, or that life's just against you, your actions will show that. You'll hesitate, put things off, or even mess things up for yourself without even knowing it. But when you shift your mindset, you unlock a whole new world of opportunities because your brain begins to see things differently. Work towards your goals, not against them. The first step to changing how you think is to notice the thoughts that take over your mind. Most people just go through life on autopilot, not realizing the constant flow of thoughts running through their heads, and a lot of those thoughts are negative. Think about it. How often do you find yourself thinking, "I'm not good enough," or "this will never work out for me"? It's those limiting thoughts that hold you back. They set up invisible walls. Your mind is like a garden, and your thoughts are the seeds. If you keep planting seeds of doubt, fear, and negativity, don't be shocked when that's what you get in return. But if you start planting seeds of possibility, optimism, and confidence, you'll notice a whole different kind of growth in your life. You have the power to choose what kind of seeds you're planting, but it all begins with being aware. Take a moment to pay attention to your thoughts. What are you saying to yourself every day? Are you lifting yourself up or bringing yourself down? Are you stopping yourself as soon as you notice those negative thoughts? That's already the first step toward changing them. Changing how you think doesn't mean ignoring reality or pretending everything's fine. It's not about thinking everything will just fall into place because you're being positive. It's about moving from a mindset that feels limited to one that sees possibilities. It's about realizing that no matter what's going on in your life, right now you have the power to make things better. You can grow, learn, adapt, and achieve way more than you ever thought you could. A big part of changing your mindset is questioning those limiting beliefs you've picked up over the years. These beliefs might come from how you were raised, your surroundings, or past experiences. Maybe someone told you when you were a kid that you weren't smart enough, or you messed up before and now think failure is just part of life. But here's the thing, those limits don't have to hold you back. Beliefs are just that, beliefs. They're not facts, and they're definitely not permanent. The good news is you can change them. Start by questioning the beliefs that are holding you back. When you catch yourself thinking, "I can't do this," ask yourself, is that really true? More often than not, you'll find it's just a story you've been telling yourself, a narrative you've heard so many times that you've accepted it as reality. But it doesn't have to be that way. You can rewrite it. You can start rewriting your story to focus on your potential instead of your limitations. Another key part of changing your mindset is to surround yourself with the right people. They say, you're the average of the 5 people you hang out with. And that applies to your thoughts too. If you're always around folks who think small, dwell on the negative, and are quick to judge, it's going to be tough for you to stay positive. If you want to grow, it's important to hang out with people who think big, stay positive, and push you to step out of your comfort zone. Your mindset will start to change when you're around the right crowd. So, think about who you're spending time with and what you're taking in. Are you reading inspiring books, watching motivating videos, or listening to podcasts that help you grow? Or are you just soaking up negative news, gossip, and distractions? You're just going to stay where you are if you don't change your thinking. You have to be deliberate about what you let into your mind, just like your body needs good food to be healthy. Your mind needs the right stuff too, so you can think in ways that help you. Another great way to change your thinking is to focus on gratitude. Being grateful shifts your view from what you don't have to what you do have. When you make it a habit to appreciate the little things, no matter how small, you start to build a positive mindset. Having an abundance mindset means you're open to attracting more of what you want in life. It's not just about feeling good, it actually changes the way your brain works, helping you focus on possibilities instead of problems. Gratitude keeps you grounded when tough times hit. Life will throw challenges at you, no matter how positive you try to be. But if you face those challenges with a grateful attitude, and you stop hoping someone will save you, instead, you start making moves to build the life you want. If you're just sitting around waiting for the perfect chance to come along, stop waiting for the perfect person or situation to come along and help you out. The reality is, nobody's coming to rescue you. Your success is in your hands, and it's up to you to make it happen. Taking responsibility means realizing that life is packed with challenges and setbacks. No matter how hard you try, you're going to run into obstacles. There will be times when things don't go your way, when unexpected issues pop up, or when you hit rough patches. Failure happens, but how you deal with those challenges is what really defines your success. When you take responsibility for yourself, you realize that challenges aren't just excuses to quit or point fingers at others. Instead, they're chances to grow, adapt, and get stronger. It's easy to fall into the trap of blaming outside factors when things go south. If your business flops, you might blame the market. If you miss out on a promotion, you could blame office politics. And if your relationships struggle, it's tempting to blame everything else. When you're struggling, it's easy to point fingers at your partner or those around you. But if you're always looking outside yourself for the reasons behind your problems, you're missing out on a chance to grow. When you take responsibility, you start asking yourself things like, what could I have done differently? How can I get better? And what can I learn from this? These are the questions that really help you grow and succeed. One of the biggest benefits of taking personal responsibility is how it changes your mindset. Instead of viewing life as, when something happens to you, you start to realize you can shape it. You begin to see that you have the power to influence your future, no matter what your situation is right now. This doesn't mean everything will always go your way or that you won't have to deal with challenges, but it does mean you can decide how to respond to those challenges. You can look at setbacks as chances to learn, and you can choose to take action when things get tough. It's all about taking personal responsibility. It's all about how you deal with your feelings. A lot of people just react to their emotions instead of managing them. They let their feelings call the shots, which usually ends up with them making bad choices and feeling sorry later. But when you own your emotions, you see that even though you can't control what happens to you, you can always control how you react. You can decide to be patient instead of angry, understanding instead of frustrated, and resilient instead. Taking responsibility for your life is crucial for personal growth and success, especially when it comes to handling defeat. A big part of this is being accountable. When you take charge of your actions and their outcomes, you don't make excuses or blame others when things go south. Instead, you own up to your mistakes and do what it takes to fix them. This kind of accountability helps build trust, both in yourself and with those around you. When people notice that you take responsibility, it really makes a difference. Taking responsibility for your actions makes people more likely to trust and respect you. When you hold yourself accountable, you boost your self-confidence and self-respect because you realize you're in control of your life. Taking personal responsibility also means setting clear goals and consistently working towards them. It's not enough to just wish for success or hope things will get better. You need to be intentional about what you want and take the steps needed to achieve it. This means setting clear goals and having a plan to achieve them is key. It also means being disciplined and staying focused, even when the going gets tough. Taking personal responsibility means being proactive instead of just reacting to things. You've got to take charge of your time, energy, and resources to make progress toward your goals. A big part of this is having a growth mindset, which is the belief that you can get better and grow through hard work and learning. People with a growth mindset see challenges as opportunities. Instead of seeing chances to learn and grow as a hit to your self-esteem, you start to see them as opportunities when you take charge of your life. You embrace a growth mindset because you realize that your skills aren't set in stone. You've got the power to pick up new skills, learn new things, and push through challenges with hard work. One tough part of owning your actions is that it takes humility. It can be really hard to admit when you mess up or when you could have done something differently. But humility is key to growing as a person. When you own up to your mistakes, you're ready to see your flaws and actually work on them. You're open to hearing feedback and learning from other people. This sense of humility helps you get better because you're not stuck on being perfect. You're all about making progress. Taking personal responsibility means realizing how your actions affect others too. It's not just about your own success, it's also about being accountable for how you influence those around you. Your choices impact the people around you, whether it's in your relationships, your job, or your community. What you do has consequences. When you own up to your actions, you think about those consequences and try to make choices that help not just yourself, but others too. This sense of responsibility builds stronger relationships, more trust, and a deeper sense of purpose. Plus, it's important to take responsibility for your thoughts as well, because your thoughts shape your reality. If you're always thinking negatively, you're probably going to end up with negative results. When you own your thoughts, you start to see the patterns that are keeping you stuck. You can then challenge those negative thoughts and swap them out for more positive ones. This mental responsibility is super important because your thoughts shape your actions, and your actions lead to your outcomes. Taking personal responsibility is something you have to practice every day. It's not a one-and-done deal. It's a mindset and lifestyle you need to work on every day. You have to be real with yourself, own up to your actions, and actually go after your goals. It's all about being deliberate with how you spend your time, energy, and making choices. When you decide to take charge of your life, you're choosing to live with purpose and grow. In the end, taking personal responsibility is empowering. It's about understanding that you can control your life, no matter your current situation. The challenges you're dealing with are really about realizing that you're not just a victim of your situation. You're the one shaping your future. When you take responsibility for yourself, you get your power back and start controlling where you're headed. Building discipline is super important for success. It's the foundation for reaching your goals and becoming the person you want to be. Discipline is what sets apart dreamers from doers. It's all about sticking to your vision and taking action. Staying consistent even when your motivation dips and fighting off the distractions that steer you away from your goals can be tough. A lot of people see discipline as something that holds them back, like it takes away their freedom. But the truth is, discipline is what actually gives you real freedom. It helps you take charge of your time, your actions, and your life. The tricky part about discipline is that it means putting off immediate rewards. In a world where everything is about instant gratification, that can be a real challenge. These days, it's so easy to get distracted by social media and quick entertainment that developing discipline feels tougher than ever, but it's super important. Discipline means making sacrifices now for the rewards later. It requires you to turn down instant gratification for bigger gains down the road. This is where a lot of people get stuck. They want the results without putting in the effort or making sacrifices. But discipline shows us that success comes from small, steady actions taken over time. Discipline kicks off when you really get what your goals are and why they mean something to you. It's way easier to stick to your game plan when you have a solid reason to back it up. Without a strong motivation to stay in the zone, discipline can feel like a drag. But when you're fueled by a genuine desire to reach something important, discipline turns into a handy tool that keeps you focused. It's key to connect with your goals emotionally, so you know why they matter and how hitting them will change your life. When you really care about your goals, discipline isn't just about pushing yourself to do stuff. It's more about matching what you do with what you really want. A common misunderstanding about discipline is that you either have it or you don't, like it's something you're just born with. But discipline is actually a skill, and like any skill, you can get better at it with practice. The trick is to start small and gradually gain momentum. It's not about making huge changes all at once. If you try to change your whole life all at once, you'll probably just get overwhelmed and quit. Instead, focus on small, manageable steps that you can stick with over time. Those little actions will add up, and you'll see real progress. Consistency is key to discipline. It's not about doing things perfectly once. It's about showing up every day, even when it's tough or you're not feeling it. There will be days when you're tired, unmotivated, or when life just gets in the way. Staying on track is important, but discipline is all about pushing through those tough times and sticking to what you said you'd do. This is where a lot of folks struggle. They let their feelings control their choices. If they're not feeling motivated, they skip the gym, put off their work, or get caught up in distractions. But discipline means you've got to take action no matter how you feel at the time. One of the best ways to build discipline is by setting up routines and habits. Habits are super powerful because they make your actions automatic. When you build a habit, you won't need to depend on willpower to stay disciplined anymore. It just becomes part of your daily routine. The more you can make the actions that lead to your success automatic, the less effort it takes to stay disciplined. That's why really successful people often stick to strict routines. They've woven their discipline into their everyday lives with habits that help them reach their goals. It's also key to understand that discipline doesn't mean being perfect. A lot of folks quit on their goals because they think it's all or nothing. Some people think that if they mess up even once, they've totally failed and might as well throw in the towel. But discipline isn't about being perfect. It's about how you bounce back when you screw up. Everyone has weak moments or setbacks, But what sets successful people apart is that they get back on track fast. They don't let one mistake throw them off course. Instead, they learn from it and keep pushing ahead. Discipline also means you need to really know yourself. You have to figure out what sets you off, what makes you want to give up on your goals, and what excuses you tell yourself. Being self-aware helps you spot when you're slipping back into bad habits and lets you fix things before it gets out of hand. It's crucial to be honest with yourself about where you're having a tough time with discipline. Are you putting things off because you're scared of failing? Are you dodging the... Hard work can be tough, especially when you realize what's holding you back from being disciplined. But once you know the reasons, you can tackle them directly. A big part of being disciplined is learning to manage your time well. Time is super valuable, and if you're not careful with it, it'll just slip away before you know it. That means you need to set clear priorities and be intentional about how you spend your time every day. It's so easy to get distracted, like when you're just scrolling through social media. Scrolling through TV shows or getting caught up in unimportant stuff is so easy, but discipline is all about staying focused on what really matters. It's about choosing to spend your time on things that help you reach your goals instead of wasting it on things that don't really do anything for you. Discipline also means setting boundaries with yourself and others. You've got to guard your time and energy against distractions and demands that don't fit your priorities. Sometimes that just means saying no. Social invites can really cut into your time for certain activities, or you might need to set up a system that helps you focus on what really matters. It's not always easy to draw those lines, especially when people expect you to be available or when distractions are everywhere. But building discipline means you've got to learn to say no when you need to and stick to your goals, even when it's tough. Another key part of discipline is keeping a long-term view. It's easy to get frustrated when you don't see quick results, especially in a world where everyone wants everything instantly. It's tough. But being disciplined means you have to be patient and keep at it. It's all about playing the long game and realizing that the rewards come from sticking with it over time. A lot of people throw in the towel too early because they think they should see results overnight. When progress doesn't happen right away, they assume it's all for nothing. But discipline shows you how to trust the process and keep grinding, even when the results take a while to show up. Holding yourself accountable can really help develop discipline. When you take responsibility for your actions, whether it's just for yourself or to someone else, you start feeling that sense of responsibility. It can be as easy as keeping track of your progress, setting deadlines, or sharing your goals with a trusted friend or mentor. Knowing that someone else knows what you're committed to can push you to stay on track, especially on those days when you just want to take it easy. Accountability gives you a framework to work within. Staying disciplined helps you stay focused, but one of the toughest parts is handling setbacks and failures. No matter how disciplined you are, there will be times when things just don't go your way. You might run into unexpected problems, make mistakes, or feel uncertain. But being disciplined isn't about dodging failure. It's about how you deal with it. When you build discipline, you start to view failure as a stepping stone to success instead of a dead end. You realize that setbacks are just part of the journey. Instead of throwing in the towel during tough times, you should see them as chances to learn and improve. Self-discipline goes hand in hand with self-control. It's all about managing your urges and holding back from giving in to short-term pleasures that can throw you off track. Whether it's giving in to bad habits, putting off important tasks, or dodging hard work, a lack of self-control can really get in the way of being disciplined. Building self-discipline means you need to work on your ability to handle these challenges. Having self-control helps you say no to things that don't match your goals. It doesn't mean you have to give up all fun or enjoyment, but you should be aware of your choices and how they impact your long-term success. Discipline also needs mental toughness. It's about pushing through discomfort and staying on track when things get tough, even when you're tired or feeling down. You build mental toughness through practice every time you make a choice. Choosing discipline over convenience is like working out your mental muscles. It's tough to stay disciplined when things get tough, but that's when it really counts. It's easy to stay on track when everything's going well, but real discipline shows up when you hit a rough patch. To build discipline, you also have to nurture a sense of self-respect. When you stick to your guns, you're proving to yourself that you're worth success, that you can hit your goals, and that you deserve it. Hard work pays off, and being disciplined is a way of taking care of yourself. It's about being in charge of your life and making choices that reflect what you care about and what you want to achieve. When you lack discipline, you're basically telling yourself that your goals don't matter enough to focus on. But if you stick to being disciplined, you're reminding yourself that you can accomplish anything you aim for. Building discipline is a lifelong journey. It's not a one-and-done deal. It takes ongoing effort. Keep putting in the effort, reflect on your progress, and make adjustments along the way. There will be times when sticking to your goals feels tough, especially when you hit a setback or feel like throwing in the towel. But the more you work on your discipline, the stronger it gets. Kind of like a muscle that gets bigger with use. The more you flex it, the tougher it becomes, and it gets easier to stay on track, even when things get rough. Belief is the foundation of all success. Without believing in yourself, even the best plans and strategies don't mean much, because it's your belief that drives everything forward. If you want to succeed, you need to believe in your goals first. It's not enough to just set goals or have a plan. You've got to really believe you can achieve them. This belief isn't just a casual thought. It's a strong conviction that pushes you ahead, even when things get tough. It's what keeps you moving forward when the odds are against you, when challenges feel too big to handle, and when the future seems unclear. A lot of people start down this road, but people can only half believe in their ability to reach their goals. They want to succeed, but don't really think it's possible for them. Maybe they've failed before or heard from others that they're not good enough. They might be around people who think success is just for a lucky few. Whatever the reason, they've taken on the belief that success is unattainable. And because of that, they mess things up for themselves before they even begin. This lack of belief shows up in hesitating, putting things off, and not taking bold steps can make even the tiniest setback feel like proof that success just isn't for you. But belief is something you can grow and build on. It all starts with a decision. You've got to consciously choose to believe in your own potential for success, even if you're not totally feeling it yet. This choice is super important because it shapes everything else you do. When you choose to believe, you open yourself up to new possibilities. When you start believing that success is possible, you begin to look for proof to back it up. Suddenly, you notice opportunities instead of obstacles, and you take steps that match your belief in that success. Belief is strong because it changes how you see things. When you think something can happen, your mind zeroes in on the chances and resources that can help you get there. You become more aware of what you can control and start taking action. Taking responsibility for your results is important. If you don't believe something is possible, your mind zeroes in on all the reasons it can't happen. You start to notice all the obstacles, limitations, and excuses that keep you from moving forward. In a way, belief acts like a filter for how you see the world. It can either motivate you to take action or leave you stuck in doubt and fear. One key thing about belief is that it lets you take risks. Success often means stepping out of your comfort zone. Step out of your comfort zone and try new things. Taking bold risks can be scary, especially when you're worried about failing. But if you believe success is possible, you're more likely to take smart risks because you know the rewards could be worth it. Believing in yourself gives you the guts to chase your dreams, even when you're not sure how things will turn out. Just remember, belief isn't about being reckless. Optimism isn't about ignoring problems or pretending everything's a walk in the park. It's about recognizing the tough stuff, but deciding to push ahead anyway. It's having the grit to keep going, even when things don't go as expected. When you really believe you can succeed, you tackle setbacks with a sense of purpose. Instead of viewing failure as proof that you can't do it, you see it as just a bump in the road on your way to success. This way of thinking helps you learn and grow. Learn from your mistakes and keep moving ahead, even when things get tough. Believing in yourself is super important, especially when dealing with criticism and negativity from others. When you truly believe in yourself and your chances of success, you won't be as affected by what people say. There will always be those who doubt you, who say your goals are out of reach, or who just want to bring you down. But if your belief is solid, their comments won't bother you much. You'll be able to stay focused on your own path. Having a clear vision and believing in yourself is key, but if your confidence is shaky, other people's negativity can easily throw you off and make you want to quit on your dreams. Your belief in whether you can succeed really affects how much effort you're willing to put in. When you think something is possible, you're more likely to invest the time, energy, and resources needed to make it happen. You're ready to work hard, stay focused, and push through the tough times because you believe in yourself. Believe that your hard work will pay off eventually. But if you don't think it's possible, you're not going to give it your all. You might only put in a half-hearted effort and won't be fully committed because you're not convinced success is within your reach. This doubt can lead to inaction and, in the end, no results. Plus, belief is contagious. When you really believe in your own success, it inspires others to believe in you too. People are naturally attracted to those who radiate confidence. When you believe in yourself, you come across as more confident, and that makes others more likely to back you up, invest in you, and help you out. That's one reason why belief is so strong. It affects not just what you do, but also how people around you respond. When they see you're serious about your goals and trust that you can reach them, they're more inclined to cheer you on and lend a hand. Plus, it's key to realize that belief isn't just a one-time thing. It's always changing. It's something you have to take care of and strengthen over time. There will be times when doubt sneaks in, especially when you hit bumps in the road or face challenges that make you wonder if success is even possible. In those moments, it's super important to remind yourself why you started in the first place. Reconnect with your vision, your goals, and the reasons you're chasing them. Surround yourself with positive vibes, whether that's through books, mentors, or people who lift you up and inspire you. Take a moment to look back on how far you've come. No matter how small, celebrate your wins along the way. These practices help boost your belief and keep you pushing forward even when things get tough. Belief is also closely linked to self-confidence. When you believe you can succeed, you're really saying you believe in yourself, that you have the skills, knowledge, and drive to reach your goals. This self-confidence is crucial because it influences how you tackle challenges and seize opportunities when you believe in yourself. When you believe in yourself, you're more likely to tackle tough challenges, grab opportunities, and push through barriers. But if you doubt yourself, you tend to hold back, play it safe, and settle for less than you can really achieve. It's also key to realize that building self-belief isn't instant. It's a journey that requires time and effort. If you've spent years doubting yourself or soaking up negative ideas about what you can do, changing that mindset will take time, but it's totally doable. The trick is to start small. Challenge those limiting beliefs that are holding you back. Ask yourself, what if it really is possible? Start to think that success is within your reach, even if you're not completely convinced yet. As you take little steps toward your goals and begin to see some progress, your confidence will build. Another key thing about belief is that it gives you a sense of certainty. When you really believe that success is possible, you tackle your goals with a whole different mindset. Knowing that things will happen gives you the focus and commitment to keep going, even when things seem uncertain. It boosts your confidence to take risks and make choices that fit your goals. On the flip side, if you don't believe in yourself, you're always second-guessing your decisions and wondering if you're headed in the right direction. That doubt can make you hesitate and not take action. Belief also really shapes your mindset. When you believe that, success is totally possible if you adopt a growth mindset, believing that you can learn, grow, and get better over time. This way of thinking helps you view challenges as chances to improve instead of problems to dodge. You become tougher when things don't go your way because you have faith in your ability to adapt and push through. But if you don't believe success is within reach, you're more likely to get stuck in a fixed mindset, thinking your abilities are limited and that failure says something about who you are. Having a fixed mindset can make you scared of failing and less willing to take risks. One of the strongest things about belief is that it can turn into a self-fulfilling prophecy. When you think something is possible, you start acting in ways that help it happen. Your belief shapes your thoughts, actions, and choices, all of which play a big role in your success. But if you don't believe something is possible, you end up acting in ways that prove that belief right. You hesitate, hold back, and end up settling for less. When you think you can't do something, it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. Whether you believe you can succeed or not, your actions will show that belief, and your results will follow. It's also crucial to understand that belief isn't just about hoping for a good outcome. It's about trusting the process, taking those small steps, and having confidence in your ability to get through the journey. Success doesn't usually happen all at once, and the road to reaching your goals is often full of ups and downs. Committing to the process is super important for achieving success, whether it's in your personal life, career, or anything else. It takes dedication, patience, and the realization that success doesn't happen overnight. It's all about putting in consistent effort over time. When you commit to the process, you're embracing the journey instead of just focusing on the end goal. It's about understanding that real growth, progress, and achievements come from taking it one step at a time through steady actions. Over time, it's all about the process, the place where the real work happens, where you learn, and where change takes shape. A lot of people start off with big dreams and goals, but what really sets apart those who make it from those who don't isn't just talent, money, or smarts. It's their dedication to the journey. Many get pumped about the idea of doing something amazing, but when they run into challenges, setbacks, or times when things are moving slowly, they end up giving up.